lovely people, welcome to my channel once again. If you're new here, my name is Tsungie and I do crafts of different types, and in this video I'm doing crochet because I'm going to show you how to do this hoops. I used 6 beads, and in this one I used 5. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make 4 so that you can see that you can make different sizes, but it's the same method. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So I'm just going to show you some of the things that you need. You need this. I'm so sorry, I forget names. I don't know, when I'm making videos I forget stuff. This is the pliers. You need your yarn. I'm using this thick yarn. You need 4 of these tribal beads. You need your size 5mm hook. Okay, so let's just start. Okay, I also forgot you need this. Okay, so I'm starting with my 4 beads. I've already put them on my yarn like this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie twice. So I'm going to leave some room for my beads. So just this much, then I'm going to tie. Just simple knot. That's the first one. Then I'm going to tie again. I make it tight like this. Okay, so now we're going to start. Okay, so I put my hook inside. I'm just going to grab the longer yarn like this, and I'm going to chain 1 like this. This is just to put my start. Okay, after that I'm going to single crochet it. So I'm going to set my hook inside the circle, grab some yarn so that I have 2 loops like this. Grab some yarn, pass through those 2 loops, and that is a single crochet. So this is the first one. I'm going to do another single crochet. Set my hook into the circle, grab some yarn, right? So there are 2 loops. Grab some yarn, pass through both 2 loops, right? That is the second single crochet. After that I'm going to chain 2, so 1 and 2, right? Then I'm going to pull my bead down like this. So this 2 is going to cover the bead. Then I'm going to go inside the circle. Just after the bead, grab some yarn of 2 loops, and I'm going to do another single crochet. So I'm going to be doing 2 single crochets in between the beads. So this is 1 and 2, right? After the 2 single crochets I'm going to chain 2. So 1, 2, I pull down a bead. Then after the bead I'm going to do 2 single crochets. So that's 1 and that's number 2. Then I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, I'll pull down the bead. After the bead I do 2 single crochets, 1 and another 2, 2 like this. After that I chain 2, 1 and number 2, right? After chaining 2 I've reached the end of my thingy. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the first stitch. I'm going to put my hook, sorry, this is the first stitch. I'm going just to put my hook under that first stitch, right? Grab my yarn, pass it through. Sorry, I just took some of the wrong yarn. Okay, so grab yarn and pass it through like that. So I have 2. Now what I'm going to do to finish the circle, I'm going to slip stitch. So I'm going to slip this one into this one like this, like this, right? So at this point the first row is done. So if you're into this kind of look, if you like it like this, you can literally just chain one and finish. Okay, but we're not going to finish here. I'm going to chain one to start a new line. And now where we did the two single crochets, we're going to still be going inside the circle, but this time we want to do 4 single crochets. So inside the circle, grab some yarn, right? You still have 2 loops, and do a single crochet, right? Into the circle again, grab some yarn. So you're kind of doing it over the last 2 single crochets that you do in the previous row, right? This is number 2, number 3, and the last one, number 4, like this. Okay, so now we get to the part where we chained 2. So I'm going to insert my hook under those 2 chains, and I'm going to do a single crochet like this. Right, then I'm going to be working in the place where we did the 2 single crochets, and in there through the circle I'm going to do 4 single crochets over those 2 single crochets from the previous row. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. Right, after that we go to the part where we chained 2. We put a hook under that chain like this, grab some yarn and do a single crochet like this. Right, we're going to get to work in the next part where we did the 2 single crochets. In here we're going to do 4 single crochets over those last 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and number 4, like this, right? So you see the circle is becoming more like compact, or it's forming shape now. So we're going to go to the place that we did the 2 chains, right? Insert our hook, grab some yarn and do a single crochet like that. Right, we're now at the part where the last 2 single crochets, and here we're also going to do 4 single crochets over those 2. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, then we're now at the part where we did the 2 chains, and here we're going to insert my hook in there. We do a single crochet like this. Now to end, we're going to go into this first stitch here, insert our hook there, grab some yarn, and we're going to do a slip stitch. So we're going to slip this one into this one like this. Right, so after this our thingy is literally done. We're going to chain 1 like this, and we can cut our yarn. Then you pull. Right, so now what we're going to do with this one, this yarn here, we're simply going to cut it off because we've already covered it twice, so it should be fine. You can shape it a little bit, just because sometimes your beads tend to be sort of like covered, right? So I think this is just about right. This is just about the shape that I want. So I'm going to just tuck in the small, just tuck it in the first like 3 stitches. Okay, that's even enough. So after that I'm going to cut. Right, this one, sorry, my scissors is not sharp. I should have cut so that it doesn't show. Anyway, right, so your thingy is like this now. So now what you need to do, we're going to take this whole thing here, insert it here. Right, you can put glue before you put it on, but that is optional. Then after that, you're going to just use your pliers to, I ended up, this is not my pliers, the one that I use, so I can't seem to find my pliers. But what you simply do, you then use your pliers to put this like this. I'm just using my hands because I cannot find my pliers. Okay, so you just open it up, then you put it in your thingy like this. Then with your pliers, you just close this. You know, I can't find mine. I'm just going to use my fingers. Okay, so you just close this. It's really easy. And that's it, you guys. Your jewelry, your hoops are done. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, please do subscribe and turn on your notification bell.